Singapore, Tan Sri Datuk Sri Panglima Lee Lam Thai said depression will be a major mental health illness among Malaysians by 2020, as more people are expected to experience increased stress due to work and family pressure. The patron of the Malaysian Psychiatric Association (MPA) said, according to the 2017 National Health and Morbidity Survey, 39% of Malaysians had depression and anxiety disorder, compared with 12% in 2011. Most people find it hard to deal with the problems they face at work and cannot handle the stress, and it is harder when an individual faces problems from family members and do not receive emotional support. He said in a statement on Sunday, August 5, there are higher chances of people keeping their thoughts and emotions to themselves when they do not find a way to vent out their frustration. The survey done by experts on the prevalence of depression among Malaysians showed a 50% increase in the number of depressed patients from 2011 to 2015. Society needs to address the illness and develop preventive strategies and effective programs in managing mental well-being. Lee said some of the measures to prevent depression and anxiety are to exercise consistently, sleep at least 8 hours a day, and avoid social media platforms such as WhatsApp at least 45 minutes before going to bed. He added that according to the University Malaya Medical Center of Psychiatric Department, depression and anxiety were treatable if detected early.
Hello and welcome to KMKK Nightline. Our headline is Google expands Android features to iOS. iPhone users of Google Maps have had to go without the For You recommendations and the live functional Google Lens that rolled out earlier this year to Android users, but now iOS users can access both. In June, Google launched the For You recommendations section in Maps for Android, and in October, the Pixel 3 lineup came with Lens already integrated into the default camera app. This week, the company announced that both features are coming to iOS. As for the For You tab in Google Maps, it is now available in over 40 countries on iOS and in over 130 new countries on Android. Now, more users will have someone to turn to for ideas when they exhausted all their family plans on the first day of holiday vacations. The feature can even suggest places for you to go when you take the trip later this month. Google Lens Live Visual Search feature is also now available for iOS via the Google app. The next time you see a park that you just need to have, you can simply point your camera towards it. No snap necessary to get the name of the breed as well as other Google provided information about the dog type. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to our KMKK Nightline News. Our headline today is about business. Nowadays, almost everyone wants to be rich. The main reason is about their identity. There is a person who was the inspiration to others who have an ambition to become rich. It's none other than the name of Bill Gates. Professionally, he is a business magnate, investor, author, and the principal founder of Microsoft Corporation. In 2008, the net worth of this man is just around $15 billion. And now, in 2018, he earned around $95.6 billion. This shows that he was earned around $37.6 billion just in 10 years' time. There are many positions held by Bill Gates during his career in Microsoft Office. Simultaneously, those are chairman, CEO, and chief software architect, and also being the largest individual shareholder until May 2020. A big shock in Gates' history of life is he was a college dropout. After that, he was launched Microsoft with his partner, and his name was Paul Allen in 1975. After a hard work put by Gates, now the company has become the world's largest PC software company. Gates led the company as chief executive officer until stepping down, but he remained as chairman and created the position of chief software architect for himself. Gates is one of the best known entrepreneurs of the personal computer revolution. He has been criticized for his business tactics, which have been considered as anti-competitive. His opinion has been upheld by numerous court rulings. Bill Gates, also known as a philanthropist, because later in his career and since leaving Microsoft, Gates pursued a number of philanthropic endeavors. He donated large amounts of money to various charitable organizations and scientific research programs. So, this idol can inspire a lot of human beings nowadays and bring a huge benefit and spirit to work hard to get a better future.
Welcome to KMKK Nightline. Our headline for today is bullying. Bullying is a serious matter. It should never be brushed off as something that children have to tough out. Bullying can affect a child's sense of self-worth and future relationships. In severe cases, bullying has contributed to tragedies such as school shootings and attempt suicides. One of the type of bully is teasing. Teasing is often part of growing up. Almost every child experiences it, but it isn't always as innocuous as it seems. Teasing becomes bullying when it's repetitive or when there's a conscious intent to hurt another child. It can be verbal bullying, such as making threats or name calling. Psychological bullying, such as excluding children and spreading rumors. Or physical bullying, such as hitting, pushing, or taking a child's possessions. How bullying starts? Bullying behavior cuts across socio-economic and cultural lines. Researchers estimate that 20 to 30% of school-aged children are involved in bullying incidents. If your child is the victim of bullying, he may suffer physically and emotionally, and his schoolwork will likely show it. That's it from me.
Hello, welcome to KMKK Nightline. Today's headline is Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, born 5 February 1985, is a Portuguese professional footballer who plays as a forward for Italian club Juventus and the Portugal national team. Often considered the best player in the world and regarded by many as one of the greatest of all time. Ronaldo has a record-tying 5 Ballon d'Or awards, the most for a European player, and is the first player to win 4 European Golden Shoes. He has won 26 trophies in his career, including 5 league titles, 5 UEFA Champions League titles, and 1 UEFA European Championship. He is a prolific goal scorer. Ronaldo holds the records for most official goals scored in Europe top 5 league. That are 405, the UEFA Champions League 1-1, the UEFA European Championship 9, as well as does for most assists in the UEFA Champions League 34, and the UEFA European Championship 6. He has scored over 680 senior career goals for club and country. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to KMKK Nightline. The Highland Tower was an apartment apartment building that occurred as a result of a major landslide on 11 December 1993 in Taman Hillview, Ulu Kelang in Selangor. The environment tragedy was had landslide caused by continuously rainfall over the course of 2 weeks. The collapse of the building involved the deaths of 48 people and led to complete evacuation of the remaining 2 blocks due to safety concerns. However, two survivors come trickling in and push the infants out from the rubble, that of an Indonesian woman and her infant. She rescued to life by Shizu Nakajima, who is person rescue team from Japan, but she did in hospital because of a injured. Among the first, Shizu Nakajima is among the first foreign help and arrived to help were rescue team from France and Japan who were equipped with search and rescue equipment to our country. The fateful tragedy affected Jalan Ulu Kelang was heavily congested because police clearance and security personnel had worked to prevent people from entering the area and for security checkpoint. Apart from firemen and police, there were soldiers, Malaysia Red Crescent Society, St. John Ambulance, People Volunteer Corps and other uniform groups who were stationed at the scene. Army Chief General Tan Sri Borhan Ahmad overrelieved operation and responsibilities. That was when former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad initiated the setting up of the Special Malaysian Disaster Assistance and Rescue Team SMART. Politicians, corporate leaders and prominent personalities turned up at the place daily. Food and beverage were plenty there as company and politicians donated generously.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the KMKK Nightline. We start with your smartphone apps are tracking your every move. If you have a smartphone, it probably is a significant part of your life. Storing appointment and destination as well as being center through your communication with friends, loved ones and co-workers. Research and investigate. Reporting continue to reveal the degree to which your smartphone is aware of what you're up to and where you are, and how much of that information is shared with the companies, what to track your every move, hoping to better target, and your advertising. Several scholars at the US University have written for the conversation about how these technologies work and the privacy problems they raise. A study based at the University of California, Berkeley found that 7 in 10 apps share personal data like location and what apps a person uses with companies that exist to track user online. And it is the physical world. Digital privacy scholars Nolia, Belina, Rory Quest and Stephen Suggestion write 50% of the apps of study agents send the data to 5 or more tracking websites. In addition, one is 4 trackers receive at least one unique device identifier, such as the phone number, which are crucial for the online tracking service because they connect different types of personal data provided of different apps to single person or device. All the information on you are, where you are and what you're doing get assembled into enormously detailed digital profile, which get turned into money. Westminster University Law Professor Jonathan Westberg explained, by combining online and offline data, Facebook can charge premium rates to an advertise who want to target say people in Indoha who are in the long distance vacation ship and are thinking about buying minivan. That's all for me. Thank you.